In the world of high-stakes poker and strategic decision-making, patience often emerges as the unsung hero of success. This story begins with a lesson from a historical luminary, President Abraham Lincoln, who would have embraced the principles of patience. Imagine the turbulent atmosphere of the 19th century, where the United States was on the brink of division. In 1861, with Civil War looming, Lincoln stood at a crossroads, one where every decision would echo into the future. The stakes were higher than mere poker chips. They encompassed the very essence of freedom, equality, and the unity of a nation. In a game where every play was scrutinized, Lincoln deployed not just boldness, but an unexpectedly intricate strategy heavily reliant on patience and listening. Lincoln's wisdom lay not just in bold proclamations or decisive action, but in his understanding of timing. He often practiced the art of strategic silence, allowing others to speak and reveal their intentions before he made his move. This mirrors the dynamics of poker, where the mastery of knowing when to speak and when to fold can shift the tides of the game. So, what can we learn from Lincoln's approach that resonates with modern market strategies? The first principle is the importance of observing before acting. In poker, players study their opponents, sizing them up, watching for tells, discerning patterns. Similarly, Lincoln navigated the complex political landscape of his time with a keen eye, gauging not just his allies, but also his adversaries. His willingness to listen transformed adversarial encounters into moments of insight. This capacity for observant patience set the stage for more tactical moves later, a lesson that holds powerful implications in negotiating business deals. The second wisdom intertwines with the notion of waiting for the right moment to capitalize. Just as poker requires players to know when to push forward with a hand or when to hold back, Lincoln exemplified this balance through his strategic delays. He waited for moments when he and his party could present their best case, ensuring his decisions were underpinned by careful consideration. This philosophical approach can be equally applicable in the boardroom, where patience must inform timing, waiting for the right market conditions to launch a product. The third lesson is found in the idea of investment in relationships. Like thin value betting in poker, where the focus is not on hitting the jackpot but consistently working the edges, Lincoln understood that relationships and alliances were built gradually. He cultivated connections, often visiting with dissenters and skeptics, fostering trust that oversaw strategic long-term benefits over immediate gains. In the business realm, this translates into nurturing partnerships and networks that slowly build capital value. Engaging in this relational landscape serves as a counter-narrative to the nut hunter mentality so common in both poker and business. Just as more pragmatic poker players embrace thin value bets for stable profits, those in leadership positions should recognize the virtue of smaller, consistent advancements. Folding becomes another powerful strategy in both poker and Lincoln's negotiations. The ability to walk away when the odds are not in one's favor demonstrates not defeat, but rather confidence. Lincoln often chose to wait rather than jump hastily into conflicts that could compromise his positions. This selective engagement allows one to preserve resources and exert control over when to engage, ultimately setting the stage for greater success in the long game. What we witness through these layers of Lincoln's strategy is a powerful climax in our understanding of patience. It reveals a profound realization. Strategic wisdom often resides in the quiet spaces, moments of reflection, listening, and carefully crafted silence that enable the right actions to blossom. There's strength in waiting, for it permits a clearer view of the board. To reflect on Lincoln's enduring legacy is to uncover rich insights woven into the very fabric of strategy, both in poker and in business. As we navigate the complexities of negotiations, investments, and our interpersonal endeavors, the guiding principle remains. It's not merely what is played, but how well one listens. Folds when necessary and recognizes the incremental values to be seized along the journey. In closing, I urge you to ponder upon this. In a world driven by haste and immediate gratification, how can we cultivate patience in our strategies? What silent observations will lead us toward extraordinary decisions